Federal prosecutors are warning that con artists are targeting older Americans, posing as their grandchildren and claiming they need money. More than a dozen people are charged with defrauding hundreds of grandparents out of more than $5 million. Here's Justice correspondent Scott MacFarlane.
Jane King is still haunted by the phone call from 5 years ago.
What do you remember about it?
That it sounded very professional.
The alleged fraudster's voice was so convincing, King thought it was her granddaughter Katie on the phone and that Katie was really in trouble. And King was sure by handing over $15,000 it had helped save her grandchild.
They push you to operate quickly, get to the bank and get that money quickly. Your granddaughter's in terrible trouble. So it's the sense that they push a sense of urgency that I think suspends your own ability to be rational.
King is one of hundreds of recent victims of grandparent schemes. So she wasn't surprised when federal prosecutors in Massachusetts announced the bust of an enormous scheme this week.
We will not stand by and allow this to continue.
The feds say 13 people operated the fraud with known victims in at least 5 states, and some of those involved were based in the Dominican Republic. They allegedly worked out of this phone bank, dialing until they reached elderly victims, then used these scripts to fool the victims into thinking their grandchildren were under arrest and claiming to be in need of bail and ashamed. The alleged fraudsters would reserve ride shares and, without the driver's knowledge, use those cars to transport runners to pick up the grandparents' money in their neighborhoods. Some of the alleged crooks flaunted their cash. There were at least 400 victims, average age 84. Lee Belair Foley is the U.S. Attorney for Massachusetts.
Their goal was to trick our parents, grandparents, neighbors, and friends into handing over their life savings under false pretenses. And they succeeded in stealing millions.
The fraud ring that fleeced Jane King was never caught, she says. Her money was never recovered.
Scott, that's pretty awful. What about the whole new dimension that AI brings to this kind of scam? How concerned are authorities about that?
Oh, Maurice, federal regulators have been trying to raise a big, bright red flag about that, saying these schemes can use AI to clone someone's grandchild's voice, making it more pernicious and effective. And Maurice, that's what happened to Jane King.